Scorpio, this is going to be your collective reading. So, the energy I'm getting right now is that you've been putting off an ending while trying to move forward without realizing that this ending is the way forward. So, you've been in this situation or in this energy where it just feels very stagnant or like it's on a loop, like it's not going anywhere, doing anything, and you're trying to find a way out of it or to maneuver it, and it's like the one thing you're avoiding, whether it's a thought, whether it's an unhealed wound or a conversation that needs to be had, whatever it is, that is the door out. So you're avoiding what is going to get you to where you want to be. The darkness that you're shying away from is the door out of your situation. So that is kind of like you have to switch what your brain is telling you right now, like go where it's telling you not to go, and basically like it's opposite day. Do everything kind of opposite, because that's actually going to help you understand this better. And you probably intuitively knew that you would have to face it, but you thought maybe you could figure out a way to not, or to kind of cheat the system or go around it. But it's not like a task that you have to do, or like a punishment or a debt you have to pay. It's literally something to help you. It's a lesson to teach you something you need in order to take the next steps and in order to do what you want to do and be who you want to be. This is the next step in the process. And if you are resisting it, you are resisting the change, the transformation, and the process that is wanting to take place. So only when you move through this energy will you begin to feel stable again. That you're not going to find stability staying where you are or trying to run or hide from this thing or this energy. And it could even be this part of or aspect of yourself that you're denying or avoiding, and I'm being called to tell you that if there is a part of yourself that maybe it seems so far from who you know yourself to be, and it just seems so out of character, you're like, there's no way that could be my thought. There's no way. You don't have to attach yourself to it to accept it. You just accept that you are experiencing it. You don't have to accept that it is part of you, because it's not. So let's say you have this traumatic, intrusive thought, and you're like, that is so, like, I would never do that. That's not something I even want to think about. Well, it's not saying, the advice isn't to say, you know what, that is me. I accept that. Unless, that sounds good. But the point I'm trying to make is, oh shoot, he's falling, sorry. The point I'm trying to make is, you don't have to claim it as you. You just have to acknowledge it and acknowledge that it's there, and then find what it's trying to tell you. Because there's always something deeper. There's always a root to it. So it's not really about the thing. It's about, why are you experiencing it? What is it trying to show you about yourself? And it could even be trying to show you who you're not. So I hope this isn't too confusing. Basically, face what you are afraid to face, and then everything will change for the better. It will finally pick up again. You'll finally start to feel stable and a sense of control in your own life. Know that the hard times you're experiencing won't last forever, even if it feels this way. This is not the end. That's what I wrote down. So no matter how it feels, and when you're stuck in a pattern, it can trick your brain into thinking you've been there forever. It's like being in this weird world where there's no time, there's no clocks, and you could have been there a day or 1,000 years, you don't know. So instead of feeling like focusing on the timing or how the timing feels, or that it feels like forever, or clinging to like, this is just my life, this is how I am, you don't have to accept the situation, because it is not going to be like this forever. It can't be. It just can't. So just know this is not where you end up. This is not the end of your story. This is not the conclusion, the result, all of that. That's not what this is, this time in your life. So if there's anything telling you that or trying to make you believe that, that is simply not true. And it's also, I don't want to say it's going to get better, because I almost feel like that's kind of useless to say, because it's true, but anyone you're saying that to is probably not able to, that's not really helpful for them in that moment. But it's just this energy, like it's tricking you, kind of. It's not gonna last though. It's not gonna be forever, and you are in control. You can choose when you end this cycle, when you get out of this routine, and it happens when you face what you're trying to run from. So, and you may just experience this type of thing throughout your life. Trying to avoid something and then realizing you have to face it and go through it, and then you come out the other side. And that's just life for everyone. But for you specifically, it could be just a common theme or a common lesson in this lifetime for you to learn, that it helps smooth things along, and it helps everything go a lot easier, faster when you just face it. Kind of like just ripping off the Band-Aid instead of that waiting and peeling it slowly, or just leaving it to just get infected. Like you have to just do it. And it's the suffering, you're already experiencing suffering in the waiting and in just where you are, and in the feelings that it's bringing you. So it's like you're trying to avoid suffering by avoiding the thing to end your suffering. Like you are already suffering, is my point. So don't try, if you're already in a place you don't want to be, or it's reminding me of that saying, like, if you feel like you're in hell, keep going, because why would you want to just stop and stay in hell? And it's really, like, that really sums up this energy. So, like, right now, you could really feel that way, that you're in hell right now. So keep going, keep pushing, but not, like, trying to escape it. So again, I hope this is all making sense, and not, because I almost feel like I'm explaining it in a confusing way, but basically, face it, and then you will end it, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you next time, and thank you for watching.